Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another episode of More Than a Sport, Inspirational TV. This morning, I am your host, Abdul Rahim Laquan or Sr., and today is May 1st, 2020. Shout out to AMP Music, Ed Carter for the beat. All right, guys. Again, good morning, and welcome to another episode of More Than a Sport, Inspirational TV. And today, guys, we got a wonderful show for you again. I hope you guys, the last 2 days has been really good. Last 2 days have been really good for me. Shout out to everybody who has been commenting on the episode from Wednesday with me and our co-host, Ashley Claudio. Man, what a great show. Still riding high from that show. Still getting a lot of comments and a lot of feedback from you guys. And thank you. You guys help us to grow the show. You know what I'm saying? Without you guys, we are nothing, right? And without somebody listening, then I'm not saying we don't have a message to put out there, but the message is not getting out there the way we want it to get out there. So thank you guys for listening. Thank everybody who has been joining the More Than a Sport beloved community, which is a private group. And that group was designed to pretty much be an extension to the More Than a Sport Inspirational TV show, but also to talk to the audience and to gauge you guys and let you guys know everything that's going on with More Than a Sport. We also will be utilizing that group to like give away. I don't know if a lot of you guys remember, but we had tons of tickets to the XFL games. We built a really nice relationship with the New York Guardians, and we were every home game we were giving away 50 to 100 tickets, giving them away free. And the More Than a Sport beloved community page would have been a great outlet to let people know, hey, we have tickets. We was giving up away to 4 tickets per family. All you guys pretty much had to do was just contact me. We were out there tailgating. We were having a blast for the few games that we were able to go to. So we were grateful for that. But that's what the page will be used for. And it's just a way for us for certain things, like say, hey, listen, we're trying to build a committee to help us with A, B, C, D, and whatever it may be. We have the beloved community to go to and to talk to people and to ask them, because we have been engaging. You guys have been seeing what's been going on. So it makes people want to get involved. And that's another way for us as an organization to be transparent and to be welcoming, to let you guys know what's going on and to keep you guys up afloat, all right? So if you guys are interested in joining that group, please inbox me and we'll get it figured out, get you in that group. But just know that the group we want active people in that group. We don't want people, this ain't a group you just want to join. I don't care about the members or the numbers. I want strong people with great energy that's looking to empower their community. And I'm not saying empower our community that we service as More Than Sport. I'm saying we're going to help you and give you the resources you need to empower your community, through the resources that we share with you guys and vice versa. So if you're looking for that, and if you're a community leader, a community organizer, hey, reach out. This is what we're here for. We're not trying to do this alone. We're actually trying to build. So, give us a shout out and we'll get to building, all right? Ramadan Mubarak to all the Muslims. If you guys aren't following us, right, you guys can follow us at More Than a Sport on Facebook. You guys can follow us at More Than a Sport on Instagram. Yeah. You guys can follow us at The New More Than a Sport on Twitter. We have a YouTube page as well called More Than a Sport. That's our channel, More Than a Sport channel. And we also have a website, www.morethanasport.com. Okay. Guys, I know I don't have any More Than a Sport power on today, guys, but if you guys looking to support, and one of the easiest ways to support where everybody kind of could benefit, you guys support us by purchasing our apparel, and you guys get to wear some really nice swag gear, right? But the apparel, we got our t-shirts on sale, $20. That's including shipping. Including shipping, all right? So you don't ever get that. $20 including shipping. But if you guys are interested in supporting, and one of the easiest ways to support again is, through the purchase of the apparel, let me know, and we'll definitely get everything, sent out to you. All right, so today's topic, right? Forgiving yourself, right? Forgiving yourself. But before we get into that main topic, right, we're going to get into our breakfast talk, right? So how was you guys last 2 days? Again, my last 2 days has been really good. Yesterday, I was driving yesterday. I was traveling for a little bit. I traveled up to Jersey, and man, the wind. Anybody like was out there driving or feel that wind blowing yesterday? I know coming through. I was coming up 95 and entering Philadelphia over by the football stadiums and everything, and that bridge you got to go over. Man, I felt like the wind was gonna blow my car off the bridge. It was like I'm like, whoa! I got two hands. I don't remember the last time I drove with two hands on the wheel, but that wind was blowing. I'm like, oh, let me get this wheel. But other than that, it was good. Took the kids out shopping. I didn't even say shopping. Took them to Target just to kind of just get out and do some stuff. My daughter loves these dolls called LOL dolls, or she like them, and took her to Target and let her go eat with it. So that was really good, really cool to do that. And got my son some clothes and stuff like that. He's 14, so he ain't really with the toys and stuff. Like I think he with the John Madden football, and just get him some clothes, and he's chilling. For the most part, he's pretty low maintenance. But that's been my 2 days, and just kind of sitting and enjoying Ramadan, and trying to stay focused through fasting and stuff like that. So that's been my 2 days. And in the comments below, guys, just drop a comment. How was you guys last 2 days? All right. Shout out to our essential worker, all-star for the week was Mr. Kason Little. Shout out to Kason. And shout out to all the essential workers out there. You guys are doing a great job keeping this country running right now. And I'm talking about everybody, the truck drivers, to the people in Walmart, to the people in the grocery stores. You guys are putting your lives in jeopardy, trying to make sure this country stay afloat, and I know it's a purpose for everybody to be out there, and whatever your purpose is, just keep doing it. Stay safe in the meantime while doing it, all right? I want to give another shout out to, first I want to give a shout out to Tawana Coleman for dropping her book, 5 Things You Must Know Before Entering a Relationship. Great book. And shout out to our winner, our giveaway of a free book, a free copy of the book was her Facebook name is Roxy Red. And shout out to you, and hope you read the book. And if you haven't read it, please, once you read it, like I said, jump on the community page or jump on, on a motorsport page and drop a comment. Let us know how the book went, and share your ideas and thoughts on the book. All right. All right, guys. So main topic. Forgiving yourself, right? Forgiving yourself. I'm going to start off different because usually when I go into these topics, right, I usually like to give a definition of what this means and stuff like that. I'm just going to get right into it because I just feel the importance of just kind of taking the time and really shedding some light on some situations on why it was important for me to forgive myself in order for me to be in front of you guys today, in order for me to be the man that I'm trying to become, in order for me to get ahead in life. And a situation or a few situations that I remember where I had to forgive myself was, I remember I was at a low point in my life, right? And I remember, I'm married at the time, and I remember I don't know, I was like losing it. I don't know what I was going through, but, infidelity crept in, and it crept in. It was there for a while, right? So how they say it catch up to you when it catch up to you, right? Listen, I'm not gonna sit up here and say this was my first time cheating. It wasn't, but it was this time I got caught. This time, right? And not only did I get caught, but I couldn't hide it. Like I couldn't hide it. Like my actions was out there for the world to see now, right? And I embarrassed myself. I embarrassed my ex-wife. I embarrassed my kids. I embarrassed my family. Um, I embarrassed everyone that was involved with this party, right? Through my actions, right? And it bothered me, you know what I'm saying? Over time, it killed me. And, needless to say, I ended up, losing my marriage. I ended up losing relationships. With some of my friends and stuff. And I won't say so much friends because I stopped using that word friends back in like '92. So some of my brothers who didn't agree with my actions, which I'm glad because we're back cool now, right? But at the time they couldn't accept me and what I was doing because it was a reflection on them because we all hung out and I got it. You know what I'm saying? I got it and understood it. And the first thing I had to do was do some self reflection, right? I had to do some self reflection. And then after I self reflected, I had to really like sit there and really like, for one, start to try to, you can't fix the past, right? But you can make today or tomorrow brighter, right? And I try to go about doing that. Initially, I didn't know how. And the first thing I had to do, I had to forgive myself. That was the start. Like, again, before I can even like identify what was going on, I had to first forgive myself. I had to put myself in a place to be comfortable to say, you know what, I messed up. Now that I messed up and I recognize I messed up, Lord forgive me. You know what I'm saying? And now I got to identify what was it that was driving me to make me feel this way. What was going on in my head, right, to make me feel like what I was doing was okay and acceptable. And I had to start there, and in order for me to really move on. And that was it was rough, right? But it was great to do. It was great to do. And it helped me to become a better person because once I identified like what was something that was bothering me, what was going on, what pushes me to cheat and all this type of stuff, all that type of stuff, it made me forgiving myself and my road to recovery not easy because it wasn't easy because karma's a mother. So I had to go through my karma, and I don't know if you guys remember, maybe a week or two ago, I was on an episode, and I was telling, I'm always talking about my life and certain situations because those situations were very crucial in my life and for my growth. But I remember saying, I never thought that I would have the opportunity to love or somebody love me again, and I had to, in order for me to get to that point of understanding how to love, you know what I'm saying? Because I know what it like to feel true love, my mama raised me, and again, I had a really good relationship that I squandered, right? But I had to learn how to like love myself before I could love others. I had to learn how to forgive myself before, you know what I'm saying? And forgiving yourself meaning you got to love yourself. In order to forgive yourself, you got to love yourself, right? And that doesn't mean that what you did was okay or wipe it under the rug. No, when you love yourself, you're being honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And in order for you to really get everything you need out of, in order for you to give yourself and to really allow yourself to really grow from that, you gotta love yourself again. You gotta learn how to love yourself again. And the reason why I'm bringing this up because I had a different topic for you guys today, right? But without mentioning his name, which is my brother. Matter of fact, I'm gonna mention his name. Me and my brother Arky Gibbs, right? From kids to where we at now, right? We had to kind of just sit there and just kind of put each other on pause for a while, right? And yesterday I spoke to my brother, and just the feeling, it was just so good, so good to just kind of speak to my brother again. But I was sitting there listening to him, and now he just kept blaming himself, like, man, I was here. And I was like, at the end of the day, he sound better. So I'm like, okay, so it sound like he forgave himself. You know what I'm saying? And he already know I forgave him. Like, what we went through was just, that wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And we was able to get through it, and I was able to tell him, that we got through it. But, what put me there was to hear him and to say, man, I hope he forgave himself. And I hope he is moving, to start loving himself again, to get back to who he was and love himself again. Because those moments of going through what we're going through, we tend to go through a lot, and we sat and we talk, and he went through some things, but he's going to learn. He's learning from him. He's getting better from him. He's going to use all that, and I'm there to help inspire, and encourage my brother to get, to write. And not only was him that I spoke to, but on Facebook, one of my friends, I haven't seen him in a long time, but you know how you really got love for a person, and you may not see each other for a long time or talk for a while, but when you see each other, it's like y'all pick back up when you left off. And I seen him on the internet yesterday, man, and he's going through some real personal stuff. And I just had to let him know, like, forgive. I didn't tell him this. I was saying other words of encouragement and trying to inspire him, right, and motivate him. But when I woke up this morning, the first thing popped in my head was him. And I'm like, man, I gotta text him today and email him or something and say, let him know, man, forgive yourself, man. You're gonna make mistakes. We human. We human. That's the whole point of it. We're human, so we're gonna make mistakes. And I have to just let him know that, And the reason why I'm talking to you guys today is because everybody who's watching this show, you're human. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make mistakes. Don't keep making the mistake. I'm not saying that, right? But we're gonna make mistakes, and if we're going to sit there, when we make a mistake, what's the first thing we do? Oh, God, forgive me, right? Now, God's a merciful and gracious God, right? So he's going to forgive us, right? For the most part, right? But what about saying, I forgive you, self? It might sound stupid to some, but to most who've been there, who actually had to take the journey of saying, self, I forgive you, did you know the power behind those words? You know the power that you bring into yourself, that you talk in the life you talking to yourself. And we have to do that sometimes. Sometimes we forget that the only time, like the other day of acceptance, and I spoke about acceptance, all acceptance that we need is from Allah and from ourselves. Everything else is going to just fall in line the way it needs to fall in line, as I said the other day. But we also have to remember that we got to forgive ourselves. When we sit there and hold on to the past, right, and hold on to all these things that we did and we have not forgiven ourselves, all we doing is, again, that's another way for us to create a wall, right, blocking us from those blessings that we have coming towards us, right? And again, if God can forgive us, why can't we forgive ourselves? Others, humans, may take longer to forgive us for our actions, right? But they deserve that time, and how much ever time they need to forgive us, give it to them. We don't know how bad eternally that bothered them, right? So we have to give them that time in order for them to come to amends or to be acceptable to your apologies and you saying and asking for their forgiveness, right? So you got to give them time, but it's not about them, because if they never come around, you still got to move on with your life. It's unfortunate that a relationship was lost over your actions, but you got to still move on. You still got life to live. Allah didn't put you on earth to be worrying about the next person and what's going on with them. You see what I'm saying? He put you on earth to focus on him and to keep your life in order. And if you have a situation in life that you did something that wasn't your best decision, right? Then you got to forgive yourself. If it caused harm or hurt to yourself or others, you got to forgive yourself, right? You got to forgive yourself, because if you don't forgive yourself, all you're doing is saying, I don't want to move forward in life. That's what you're saying. I don't want to move forward in life. In so many words, right? Because in order for you to move forward in life, you got to let the past go. See how I'm looking at you guys right now, right? With my eyes. My eyes are where? In the front of my head, if you can see, right? In front of my head, my eyes, right? If Allah wanted us to worry about things that happened just 15 seconds ago, he would have gave us a set of eyes in the back of our head, but we don't have eyes in the back of our head. So that just tells us, focus on the future and learn from the past. You see what I'm saying? Because the past can shape us if we allow it to shape us positively or negatively. But the past does have an effect on how we do things, right? And the past can shape us positively. You know why? Because if you made a mistake in the past, right, and you don't make that in that same situation scenario presents itself, but you make the right decision this time, you learn from your past, right? And the best teacher experience, is the best teacher, as they say. Your past can teach you a lot. My past taught me a whole lot, a whole lot. And a lot of it I share with you guys. I love sharing it. Listen, I had some down moments. I had some really high moments, right? A lot of people always want to hear about the highs, right? Yo, what happened in the NFL? Every time somebody finds the NFL play, yo, how was it? Like, what was it? Was the first thing the brothers say, yo, how was the groupies? You know what I'm saying? And then the ladies go, what kind of car you drove? And I'm like, oh my God. So I rarely would you ever hear me talking about me and playing football, like out in the street in the public. That's not my deal. I don't want to have those conversations, but when people do know me or say people that I went to high school or whatever, and they haven't seen me in so long, and we finally catch up, and they're like, yo, man, wait, how was it? Like, it was cool, But they always want to know about those type of things. But, it's my past, and I like the fact that people are interested. So, I try my best not to be ignorant, because I'm grateful that people even cared that much to even want to find out what's going on with my life. But most importantly, I try to let my past stay in the past, right? And use that to motivate me forward. I don't mind talking to young student athletes about my past, because for them it's different. That's a coaching point, a teaching point for them, because I'm gonna tell them everything I did bad. What I did good don't matter, because they're gonna go on to do their own good deeds, right? I want you to know the bad things that I and others that I witnessed do, So I talk to them about all the bad. I paint that picture for them, right? So that they understand, like, man, when they get there and an opportunity presents itself, right? They know what not to do, right? They know what not to do, but they also want to live, and do things, because they got to learn. They got to live and learn too, right? So, we all do that. But most importantly, guys, understand that we are human, and we're going to make mistakes. We were all made with the opportunity of pro-choice, and sometimes those choices that we make may not be the best, may not be the most beneficial thing for us. But we made a decision. Now it's time to learn to live with it and learn from it, right? And if that lesson was a hard learned lesson, then and some hurt came out of it, then forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for that, because sometimes we make bad decisions, and it's all right. It's all right. I want to leave you guys, right, with a quote. Right? So, this quote, right, and you can find this quote on livelifehappy.com. So it says, forgive yourself. Well, forgiving yourself is as important as forgiving others. Guilt is toxic. Guilt is toxic, right? Reliving the mistake over and over. Love yourself. Forgive yourself, right? So the most important thing said, guilt is toxic. Reliving the mistake over and over. That's toxin, like, if you're going through something right now where you need to forgive yourself, just imagine, like, the stuff that you're going through, the thoughts, the mental, because if you don't forgive yourself, it's a mental strain. You keep thinking about, like, man, oh man, like, I felt myself there, like, man, why I do this, whatever, da, 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 da. And I just kept thinking about it, beating myself down. Before, you know what, I'm in a depression. Before you know it, I'm isolating myself in my house. Don't even want to go to work. Don't want to do nothing. Don't want to talk to nobody, because I started feeling bad. I was feeling bad for myself, and I wouldn't forgive myself. But it wasn't until that day I forgave myself that I was able to kind of take a deep breath, stand tall, buck my shoulders back, and get back to life as I once knew it. And I remember that day, and it was such a wonderful day. And I'm glad I did that, because today, years later, I'm a better person. I got a better outlook on life. I'm not a cheater, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing things to squander opportunities, like go to the combine, failing drug tests and stuff. I don't put myself in those type of predicaments no more. Opportunity presents itself, I'm making sure Abdul is ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure I'm ready to rock and ready to go. And I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity and not lose it, because I ain't trying to be having to forgive myself for losing another opportunity too and then have to deal with that, right? So I hope you guys really can understand the importance of forgiving yourself, all right? And if you don't forgive yourself, all you're doing is a disservice to yourself. All you're doing is bringing on more heartache and pain to yourself. Life's going to do that anyway. Don't add on to it, all right? Thank you guys for listening. And thank you guys for always, for you guys that's always been involved and for you guys that's been with us since day one. Thank you guys. Today was episode 17 and we only climbing. Starting next week, we're going to have our co-host, Ashley Claudio. She's going to be on full time with us. We're going to have Jonathan Alvarez and Whitney Frazier. They're going to be coming on and they're going to be adding segments to the show and helping to build the content for the show. We're starting to rock, man. This thing is coming together, forming like Voltron. And we're glad that you guys are here to take this journey with us. And we hope that you guys stick around because it's about to get exciting. And this inspirational TV show is about to blow up into something very, very cool. All right. So before I leave, I just want to give a shout out to the partners and parents, engaging parents, aka PEP, but make sure you say parents engaging parents because there's a lot of peps out there, but we're talking about the number one, which is parents engaging parents, guys. So make sure you guys are supporting us as we continue to, try to get this education reform and social injustice and things of that nature and build this beloved community. We need you guys' help, all right? Shout out to Money Talks EDU out of Philadelphia, PA. Shout out to my homegirl, Crystal Evans. Guys, I'm also the vice president of Money Talks, right? So we have a great opportunity, guys. If you guys need some marketing, we have a magazine that we are selling marketing space, and the magazine is it's pretty big. It's just a lot of places. And with that, you get a bunch of other stuff with it, opportunity to get on the radio and kind of talk your stuff and things of that nature. But Money Talks EDU is a nonprofit organization where we teach financial literacy. And if you guys looking for a curriculum for financial literacy, please reach out to us or reach out to Money Talks EDU, right? Crystal Evans, or reach out to myself, and we'll make sure we get you guys set up, all right? If you guys are not following us, please follow us at More Than the Sport on Facebook, More Than the Sport on Instagram, the new More Than the Sport on Twitter. We also have a YouTube channel, More Than a Sport. And if you guys want to check out our website, it's www.morethanthesport.com. Okay? Most importantly, guys, I hope the week is coming up, right? So I want you guys to make sure that you're having a good weekend. Stay safe and be ready. I think they're going to be opening some stuff back up today, right? So just be safe, guys. Keep your mask on. Make sure your mask is double layered and got that, so you're not kind of breathing and just stuff like that. Anything in, and make sure if you're not going to wear gloves, make sure you got some sanitizer in your pocket. So if you touch something, you could just go ahead and just kind of just keep your hands clean and stuff like that. All right. Thank you guys again. I am your host, Abdul Rahim Laquan Orr Sr., and we are closing out the show for the week. Today is May 1st, 2020. Hope you guys have a good day, all right? Stay tuned for next week. There's going to be some great shows going forward.